Hi everyone, welcome back to the channeling series. And today I have a message from the Oracle cards, and it's sacral chakra, right? So, the message for today is asking all of you what is it that's blocking your sacral chakra, right? Now, our sacral chakra is 2 inches below the navel, right? And it is the uh, water is its element, right? And it is that chakra, it is that part of our body that deals with emotions, right? Pain and pleasure, right? Both, right? Now, I think there is so much to be said about the sacral chakra. However, today I'm just going to focus on mm, what is the message around the block chakra, right? And how you can work on it, right? Let's focus on that because this is a vast, like if you think of the ocean, right? And you think of the depth of the ocean, it's massive, isn't it? And you can keep going down, right, into the depths. So that's how a sacral is. A sacral has a lot of depth, right? And it's that water energy. What is that water energy? Now, you all know that if we take a glass of water, right, and we chant over it, or if we put it in a place that where there is, good vibrations, then that water will absorb that energy, isn't it? Right? So that is the nature of our sacral, right? So I think the first message that I want to tell you all is that now that you've understood the nature, which is the water element, and water absorbs energy, so you need to be very careful about the kind of energy that you are putting out. And I know there are various ways in which I keep talking about the same thing again and again, but that's because it's important for you to understand that the energy, meaning the way you're talking to yourself, the way you're talking to the world, the energy, the vibration that you are in is getting absorbed by your sacral, right? So, in order for you, number one, if you have a blocked sacral, number one is that you need to work on, your thought forms, and you need to make it in a way that is positive so that your sacral can absorb that positive energy. Right now it's taking in all that negativity, and you know how, so that same water that can be treated as amrit can also change into poison, right? Why? Because the vibration, and there are all these experiments also done, right? You can check it out, right, online, that water, that same, if there are good vibrations, if you say good things, it actually crystallizes into something very beautiful, right? And if you look at it under the microscope, and if you say bad things, if you say, like, you put it in a bad energy environment, that water actually creates really bad, disheveled like crystals, right? And so you can see if it's positive or if it's negative, it actually affects the water. And so sacral also gets affected accordingly, right? Now, that's what you can do and how you can work on it. And of course, you can also, drink a lot of water, right? And you can also, this was supposed to be at the end of the video, but anyways, we'll just go with the flow. Take a glass of water, right? Chant over it. You can put it wherever, there is puja happening, good vibrations are there, place that glass of water there, and then drink that water, so that energy gets transformed within your body. Number that's the other thing. Now, this is a message for all of you, whoever lands on this video, right? Basically what is happening is somewhere you are conditioning your happiness. So this message is for those folks, number one, who have a blocked sacral today. And the second, and the reason why it's blocked is what I'm telling you now, which is basically somewhere you are conditioning your happiness. Now, what does that mean? You probably are in a state in your life where you're thinking that when I get this, I will be happy, right? You're in that state probably. A lot of us are, generally speaking, right? But this particular message is for you because you're probably delaying your happiness based on something you think will come and then really transform your life. Okay, so I'm here to burst that bubble because that's not going to happen, right? And that conditioning actually keeps your sacral blocked, right? And sacral is all about sensuality, sexuality, pleasure, your happiness, the way you feel good things in life, right? Your enjoyment, all of the creativity, it's the seed of creativity, right? You not only create a baby from there, but you create everything. It could be creating money, creating a project, creating a house, creating a relationship. Everything you create comes from there, right? So you can imagine, and your receiving is all happening from there. So you can imagine if your sacral is blocked, then even if you're getting money, you're not able to enjoy it. Even if you have good health, you're not able to enjoy it. Even if you have a good relationship, you're not able to enjoy it. So if you're not able to enjoy it, you can imagine how um, dry your life will get, right? So where are you conditioning your happiness, right? Where are you telling yourself that when I get that house, I'll be happy, when I get that man, I'll be happy, when I get that money, I'll be happy, when I get that car, I'll be happy? Or sometimes, you know how the universe is giving us so much, plenty and abundance, right? However, we get stuck on that one thing. And I know a lot of you will resonate with it, especially when it comes to love, right? Or relationships. How there could be so many people, so many possible, folks in our life. However, we are stuck on that one guy, one boy. We want to talk to that guy, right? And we want to listen to what that guy has to say, or we want that guy to say, I love you, right? So, this is what's happening to you right now in life. You're getting stuck on that one thing because somewhere you feel that only when I get that, I will be happy. But this card is telling you that the best way to open up your sacral chakra, to balance your sacral chakra, is to start getting or feeling happy where you are. When you're open to being happy in all situations, then, God, universe actually opens up avenues for you which you can't even think about. Somewhere, what else is possible? That's what opens up for you. Because somewhere we feel that if we get that 2 BHK, right? Or if we get that guy, or if we get that amount of money, then our life is set. But the universe is telling you that wherever you are, right? Even if you're in a 1 BHK, even if you are without a relationship, even if you don't have good health, if you find reasons to be happy in the now, right? Maybe you'll get an 8 BHK. Maybe you'll get a person who is so loving and so present and so grateful to be around you that you wouldn't even fathom of such a guy in your life. Maybe you'll have beautiful, amazing health in the future. You don't even know how, right? So when you start becoming happy where you are, you actually open up avenues to what else is possible, and you get much, 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 much more than you can fathom. Yeah. So that's the message for you today, that somewhere your conditioning or your delaying of your happiness, or your feeling that only when this happens, that happens, that's really stopping the flow of creation in your life, stopping the flow of happiness, pleasure, sensuality, sexuality in your life. Yeah. So another thing that you can all do today, right, to stay in the flow, to keep your sacral moving, is also to think of your five senses. Yeah. Thinking, tasting, seeing, listening, yeah, the touch, right? All of that, write down your five senses and write down how throughout the day you can enjoy um, using your senses and feel that happiness in that moment. For example, if you have, vision, right? Seeing. So, what are the things in your day that you can look at and feel happy? For me, for example, it could be trees, it could be birds, it could be this beautiful sunlight. Yeah. Um, it could be looking at my crystals. It could be looking at my cards, my tarot cards, or looking at, various things. There are so many things that really make me happy. Yeah. So what is it that you're looking at today and feeling happy? Right? Taste. How many times are we eating mindlessly? We're watching TV, we're looking at reels, we're talking to people, we're not really savoring that taste, right? So, what five things can you really taste today and enjoy? Be with it, be present, listening, right? Listening to the birds, right? Listening to the leaves rustle with the wind, yeah. Enjoying even the cacophony of traffic today, right? How can you be in the moment and enjoy with your senses today, right? A beautiful way of opening up your sacral, of healing your sacral chakra, right? So that's the message for you today. We can go on and on about sacral, but the exact message is that somewhere you're delaying and conditioning your happiness. Switch that, shift that energy. And one is the water, uh, you know, experiment, the water healing technique. Use that. I will actually link the video in the description. I have another whole video about how you can do water therapy, water healing. So, you can look at that as well. And the second is the senses. Do that today. Heal your sacral, and share this video with as many folks as possible, because we all need to also heal our sacral chakra. And like I always say, watch, where is, I think I have a healing your chakra meditation as well. Always try and align all seven major chakras together. However, even if you work on one, once a day, it's fine, so go with the flow. And I will see you all tomorrow with another message. Till then, signing off, Anisha Dutt from Zarya Healings.